What's up, y'all? I thought I would just make a quick little video. My phone's gonna die anyway, so it might stop pretty soon. I just want to update, and we're still moving this weekend. Majority of the stuff's gonna be done. This is my boy Jelly Roll, aka Queso. Um, and so we're moving, kind of dealing with the stresses of that. I'm starting my nighttime job, but a lot of the stuff I gotta do is during the day. I'm doing the poop scoop business, which most is during the day, evening. Kids got sports and stuff. So I mean, things been kind of intense. I officially paid about $2,500 for a rental for a little over a month from Turo. It was a mini, it's a van, but man, it's been so much. I mean, we didn't want to get sucked in getting a used car and then it breaks down really soon, but then we just kind of took so long. We could have paid 5 grand for a car. Now we got like 2 grand. So kind of fortunate, but I'm very just blessed, appreciated that we worked with the guy yesterday and we got to work out this van. I believe it's a Honda Odyssey. We got 3 rows. We got the special one in the middle, so it's what, 8 seater. It has kind of like the bells and whistles. It's an older, a lot of miles, but that's why it's good. It's kind of Odyssey. Hopefully, engine and trans is good. That's all we need. Very blessed, very grateful, like so much, because just stressing so much, starting this job, having to give back this rental, everything just kind of becomes a lot. So when people kind of can understand your situation a little bit, they try to work with you. Like we were even a little short, unfortunately, but we have it today. But yesterday, we're like, man, if we really have to, we can go back. If we looked at the car yesterday, we'll go back today, and go pick it up, pay the money and stuff, get the plates. Because we also made sure that we had to get the plates in the moment, which we should do that, but we originally weren't gonna do it maybe. But I'm just very grateful that the guy took like $200 off from the price, or like 150, so we can have enough for the plates, because they did the plates and all that at the place. So that was cool. Um, and paying we're gonna sell him the rest today. But I just really appreciate the guy just working with us, because we out here, we all just trying to survive and everything, man. I'm just so grateful. I just want it to last. And we're gonna get a second vehicle. We're gonna be moving, planning on going to the gym more. Things are just, I'm very grateful things are going in like the right direction. It just still gets so stressful, and it really makes you kind of fall off your path and question it. And you're like, you don't have the same coping things that you used to do that you could do back when I had drugs. But for April 20th, 420 this year, I'm gonna be a year clean from fentanyl. It's kind of hard to say, but fentanyl, xylene, all that stuff is horrible. It really is. And I was on it for a while too. And I was an active addict. I worked my pest control job. I worked multiple other jobs. A lot of times I worked 60 plus hours a week doing multiple things. So even though I was on like this downer and stuff, I'm still just kind of trucking through. But you could never save. I couldn't build up anything. So it's like, I just feel like you got nothing to show for it. And when you get clean, you just think everything is gonna be like great. Everything's up. It's gonna be, I'm in an escalator, but at least there'll be steps, or it'll be a mountain, like, but I can climb it, whatever. And then you get clean, and it's like you kind of, doing all your coping. You're like, man, life isn't really getting better. Like, it's not getting worse, and I'm very appreciative of that. So when I deal with daily stress, like crazy tooth pain, financial problems, whatever, like you're stranded somewhere, but I don't have to worry about a little blue pill to control my whole life. So that still just means so much. Um, Nothing's worse than being broke, needing money for something, but you don't want to be sick, dope sick and shit. I mean, it's not dope necessarily, but you're gonna be very sick. You're not gonna be useful to anyone for days, weeks, like a month. I mean, it'll be after a week, it'll go. It won't be as bad. After the first few days, it won't. But it's not easy. So it's kind of like you just be sick, or you get it. So it's like, it's hard. And I just want to say, like, I big shout out to everybody that's in it and just pushing through, whether you are sober curious and you trying to get clean, whether you are sober from your DLC or you're completely sober. Big shout out to you for just making the step and a commitment. Like, it's literally steps. recovery, to me, it is a process, not a perfection. So, if you got to get on a mat, like for you to get off a drug, do what you have to do to survive. You did what you had to do to get the street drug and survive. If you want to get off that street drug, but you got to get on, you got to go to detox, got to go to a center. Maybe you can get on subs, methadone or something. Do it. As that gets you off the drug. Obviously, you don't want to be on both, and some things you can't be on both. You have to withdraw for a couple of days. Chalk it. That, to me, that's a step. You are taking steps into the right direction, and that's what's important. Don't think you gotta be all or nothing, because I'm gonna be honest. I that's how I got off with a mat, and I did it two different ways, and there's issues because the place stopped giving me stuff, so I withdraw from the mat. But going to it, I remember I had a plug, RIP, and I remember the day I'm fucking copping shit from him. I'm talking about going to a center, and I'm probably gonna get on like subs, and he's all like, oh no, bro, it's all or nothing, man. Get clean, like do nothing. You might as well just keep doing this shit. I was like, I'm thinking, bro, I'm paying like $500 right now. Like, what do you mean? Like, I wouldn't be paying $500 for subs. Yeah, I don't want to be on anything or rely on anything, you know. But also too, I have like some vitamin deficiencies. I have hot and cold fluctuations. Like I have issues with me that I probably could be on a daily substance to make things a little more comfortable for me. But I haven't. But I started looking away from the like, oh, I don't want to I don't want to have to take something every day. That was my thing, even if it's once a day. But there's vitamins, like there's good things you can take daily to help you do your daily life. If that helps you do your daily life, why not? Someone's better doing it once a day than having to do it 20 times in a day. Whether you're over here, you're supposed to do something with your kid, but you're not trying to go to the park until you hear from your plug first, because you got to take care of that before you can do anything else with your life. So that's kind of my point. All that's in a step in the better direction. And I remember when I was going to the place, and I remember literally I was at the place, the doctor's office, like to check in us and everything. But I left, and I get a message from my plug-in shit, asking about like mats and stuff, and and how things are going. So I kind of told him. I was like, hey man, like if you want to get on something, dude, I was like, call this number. And he's like, LOL, bro, no, I'm good, man. I don't need that. It's like an ego kind of hit. He's like, oh no, man, I'm 3 days clean right now. And I'm like, man, congratulations. But obviously, if he's 3 days clean, asking, he's hurting. Like he's fucking withdrawing bad. And then I found out like a week later or so he died. And I understand being a drug dealer, probably people died probably from him and stuff. But he had his own like story and shit that was sad. Like he had a girl that he loved. They got into a big fight. They went separate ways for the night. She OD'd, and he lived with that on his conscious stuff. And I'm not trying to be too personal, man, but deep down, like he was a good dude. I feel like. And if he could have been down the right path, and if he would have just started taking them steps, man, I just feel like he could have did so much better for himself. And of course, it's like a little upsetting. And I'm happy for my plugs, my people that did get clean as well, or they're working on it. Like huge shout out to them. But I kind of feel like his ego or something got in the way, and he just did not want to get on the mat, and he ended up. I'm assuming the withdrawals were too much, unless it was the physical or the mental withdrawal that got him, because he was doing everything at home, from my understanding. So he probably got some shit, and he was also a plug, so maybe someone hit him up like, hey, I need some shit, and so he like got it, and then he did it again, and his body didn't have a tolerance. Like it said, sometimes being on a mat makes it so you can't do the drug because you're gonna be really sick. Like sometimes a mat does help, or if you're on a certain thing, like maybe you see doctor appointments and they're drug testing you. Like I feel like a mat can at least help you also kind of stay off things in some way. But if it's like methadone, something that you take methadone and then take the drug, yes, that can be very bad. But if you are maybe cutting down and working your way to get off the street drugs, to be on the script, and then you have a taper plan to get off the script, I feel like that's way better than staying on shit. When I started like getting clean, when I went to my first center and all that, even though I had regrets about how I went about things with the center, and I wish, instead of going with the flow, I wish I knew everything more and advocated for myself, because they kind of left me like without a paddle. That's another story. But I do appreciate the opportunity they gave and everything. I had no insurance. I got in for free, and I would just pay for my medication. And then once I was in, they worked really hard on getting anybody who didn't have insurance, state insurance. Sorry, I didn't have my phone there. You had to have your own phone. I didn't leave my phone there, so they couldn't help me with it. But I thought it was awesome that they were doing that for people. So they, like they really kind of help progress you, and I was able within like a week kind of get a bed and stuff. I'm not saying it's easy, you gotta make multiple calls, you gotta talk to multiple people. It can be a huge pain, but it's about just doing what you gotta do. And the biggest thing is, man, I just wish I did it sooner, and I truly mean that. And sometimes I know we got jobs, and that was my biggest thing, but I had a lot of benefits, and I probably could have just been honest with somebody at my job, if not in the office, like over the phone. I probably could have found someone, been honest about the situation. And then they couldn't have fired me, like, because I would have signed up to do the detox and the recovery thing, and then they would have had to let me come back. Now they could look for ways to fire me for anything when I came back, but they probably wouldn't have. But they can't fire you for that. And also, if you have certain insurances and stuff like that, like I'm just saying like that a lot. Sometimes you can talk to them because they might even pay out some money to you because you were at a medical facility. Now, I don't know everything because I didn't go about that, but I'm just letting you know, don't let these things stop you, because I wish I understood this, made a plan, because I would have went things about it differently as well. But I'm there's a big thing that's just kind of beyond my mind, and biggest thing I've already just said is progression, not perfection. Is how I see recovery, and as long as you're making steps on trying to have a decent lifestyle, be a decent person, I think that's the biggest thing. It's not about where you're coming from, it's about where you're going. But you have to find a way to enjoy the journey there, because a lot of the times people enjoy the journey more than the destination itself. So you have to find ways for you to enjoy yourself, or just everyday life and everything is going to be very hard. But I'm very glad my phone didn't die or anything. Much love and respect. I'm moving soon, starting a new nighttime job while trying to push my business. Just got a car for the family. A lot going on. I just hope everything goes good with the place. I hope this car doesn't have any big issues as for my things. I'm like praying right now. I don't know if I'm saying it to you guys, like I'm praying to think about it myself, because I'm just trying to be truly blessed and grateful for everything. And I'm trying to give back and help any way I can. A lot of the things have been with animal programs and donating some money and stuff. I want to do so much more. Like there's a Chicago canine, I think something else to name, near me. They take in strays and stuff like that, and they have a small place. Like I want to see how we can help them get a bigger building or something. And maybe we'll turn that building into like a cat rescue, because there might be more space for cats, and we gotta get new ones for those dogs. Like I just got so much. I really want to make an impact out there, and for me to do this, I have to already make awareness for myself, get myself out there. I have to make money so I can invest myself, make connections so I can get donations. So, just what I'm trying to do in life is so much more beyond me, is why, like, I try to stay focused on everything. Understand that the overdose didn't take me out in either one of them. So why am I going to take myself out? I'm here for something bigger, obviously. Much love to all y'all. Peace.